What is the big risk of getting
Well,
into the stock at these levels?
right. Clearly, the risk is that the overall market changes that we're seeing. The Hyundai Heavy is #1 player in terms of the value-added ship of LNG carriers, right? So the petrochemical related goods. Of course, the demand is extremely high right now because of the economic recovery. But as you know, global economy is moving away from the overall petrochemical products to, say, so-called the alternative energy segment. And therefore, in terms of the how strong the demand in terms of the shipbuilding related to this is expected, is we have to watch and see. We think that, however, though, transition is not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a very long period of time. And also, as you know, the proceeds from this IPO will be used to improve the long-term growth plan of the Hyundai Heavy. And with this kind of additional money coming in, we think that Hyundai Heavy will be in a good position to build value-added ships at a competitive prices and a competitive overall quality. So I think that, yes, there's uncertainty regarding the global changes that are happening in terms of the energy areas. But nevertheless, we think that the Hyundai is in a good position to be competitive no matter what kind of energy need is there.
Okay, and so give us your own read on the IPO market in South Korea, because there's been a fair amount of frenzy there, a fair amount of excitement. Which are some of the new listings that stand out for you? Which are the ones that you think are not looking that attractive?
Right. In terms of the number of the IPOs, it's not really has risen that much. It's about 15 new placement last month. That is pretty much the average of what we've been seeing in the last 5 years. But the reason why the interest is there is because the amount of the IPO was huge, about 8.9 trillion won in the August. And the overall market cap size of these IPOs reached about 50 trillion won. So that is extremely higher in comparison to any other period of time. The main reason for that is because of Hyundai Heavy included. A lot of the new stocks were extremely interesting or very attractive companies, Krafton and Kakao Bank, Lotte Rental, etc. So these IPOs were very attractive at the time that it was listed. And therefore, this has been a very huge frenzy. But also at the same time, if you look at the Korean IPO market, the retail investors are piling into these IPOs with the huge liquidity they own. The customer deposit size has reached over 60 trillion. That is a record high level that we've been seeing in the last several decades. Sure. So clearly the liquidity is there, and then these new products were quite attractive, and that's why the interest is there.